will be glorious this day.
Hello and welcome to CineBeards.
ConnectBeards?
I really fucked that up. I'm really not good at this.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what, Jason? You host today's one.
Okay.
Breath of fresh air.
Hello and welcome to an episode
Breast
of
fresh
CineBeards.
boobs.
Damn it!
Oh, no!
Zoink.
Kinder Joy. That's the one.
It's illegal in America.
I guess Thomas is gonna have
Thomas, laid on them.
You're setting us up for failure.
Fine. Robo Markus, you do it.
Hello, I like movies. The agenda in The Last Jedi attacks white men. And Hitler was okay, I guess.
Ew!
That's nasty jazz.
Whoa! No.
Okay, so Robo Markus is out.
Robogus is fired.
Yeah.
He's off the podcast.
My time in the theater.
Nope. We don't want to hear about your time in the theater. It's not,
Not
gonna
gonna
help your
save
case.
you now. Those days are done.
What's that sound? An eagle on the wind. Carrying a noble... Oh no, never mind, it's just Markus.
Die, you evil bastard!
Please, I don't want to die.
Stab!
No.
Stab!
It is so cold.
Stab!
Bleh.
What light through yonder window breaks?
It's the sun.
Oh.
It's analog Markus!
Hey! It's human Marcus!
Sorry I'm late, guys. I had to fight Robo Markus.
Well, I hope he's dead. He said some horrible shit.
He did. He was fired off the podcast.
Turns out he's entirely
There's your organic
evil.
coffee.
Thank you. Turns out he's entirely evil and was a robot sent from the future to
What?
try and convince people that the Snyder Cut is real.
Damn it, that really undermines everything he said in these past two episodes.
He was trying to fool you guys because he wanted to replace
Trying to
me.
ingratiate.
So I see he was trying to flatter me when he told me that I was more handsome than Thomas and Dion.
Yes,
Although
because
it is true.
Yeah, I mean,
I guess.
only objectively.
Seriously?
Also, I know it's like a week early, but I brought Thomas a birthday gift.
Well, it's a day early.
I also have to say
No,
that
it's a week
is-
early. Remember?
That
This
is the
comes out on
coolest.
Tuesday, this one.
Oh, thank.
That is the coolest T-shirt.
Right?
I'm super
Yeah,
impressed.
it is actually. I don't even know where you got that.
I
think
actually
that's
have
the
to take
shirt
a
you were
photo
wearing
and
when
just
I
send
met
that to Joe and Chris because they're gonna love the shit out of that.
It's a pleasure.
Dead.
Now that Robot Markus has been heroically murdered,
Heroically slain in
Heroically
cold
murdered.
blood.
Yeah, well, yeah.
welcome
Cold
back Markus
oil.
Prime.
Yay!
And then like the camera just zooms in like on him and there's like a little glint in the eye.
Yes. The lore for this channel is deep.
No, dude, someone has to start a wiki for all the lore we've created so far.
I am the lore. Let's do it.
Okay, so let's start off with Fantastic Beasts.
And where to domestic them?
Hooray! Rotten rating.
yeah,
Hooray!
it's the lowest in the franchise apparently.
Yay!
It's also the
Reviews
lowest
across the board.
grossing opening weekend for the Harry Potter franchise.
Yay!
What's the highest? The first one, probably?
No, I think Deathly Hallows Part 2 was the highest.
Yeah, probably one of those last two.
Yeah.
They stretched out.
But I mean, I was watching a thing, who was it? Movies with Mikey was doing a thing about the Harry Potter series. And like, I didn't realize that the first one already made almost $1 billion.
Jeez. I didn't know
Yeah.
that either.
Yeah,
Like,
it grossed
it was
like...
a big kids movie, but
It was a
didn't-
big kids movie, but it grossed like worldwide like 890 million.
That's no slouch.
I mean, for the first movie in a franchise.
Yeah, I
But then again, it was based on the most popular book in the universe at the time.
I think they either have to euthanize the series or just like get J.K. Rowling the fuck away from it because she is
Every time she
off
meddles
the
with it.
rails.
Yeah.
She
With
is
last minute addendums.
She
Oh,
is-
guys, this now.
She's off the fucking rails. Yeah.
Oh, well.
The thing is
Well,
that
it's got no outright negative reviews on Metacritic, just mixed.
Yeah, but isn't that worse?
yeah,
Isn't that arguably worse? Because, you know, like we were talking about last time, if it's just like a flat 0, then it's like, ah, you didn't watch this movie and you didn't care about it. But if you review it and like everyone is just reviewing it as the most mediocre thing.
Yeah, that's the thing is like the one I read said, you know, like it went from it took one film for this franchise to get to the like shrugs phase.
Yeah, and that's bad. It took Pirates at least 2 movies.
yeah, the
it took The
freaking-
Hobbit half a movie though.
10 seconds.
Yeah, Yeah, I mean, I did not enjoy the first one. So if this one is like just worse by all accounts,
Then why?
But I mean,
bother?
mediocrity is like the true enemy here, because I mean, remember what happened to, Amazing Spider-Man? I mean, the second film, a lot of people say it was outright bad, but it was more just like overstuffed and mediocre from a blockbuster sense, and that mediocrity tends to people making rash decisions, which sometimes ends in a positive reboot, or sometimes just means they go way off the rails and make Venom or something.
dude, Venom is making way too much money.
Venom has made 500 million.
How?
And it just like it just crushed it in China. as
million.
well.
How?
Well, yeah,
Okay,
it crushed in China because of those dope ass posters.
Yeah, I mean, those posters
Yeah,
are
those
awesome.
Smoke posters.
And like also, I'm really like the media has to stop now with its headlines. It's like
It's too much.
Venom takes $30 million bite out of China, licks its lips at $100 million run,
Regurgitates
and it's like
cash receipts.
you aren't clever.
To be honest, I'd
Assimilates
rather
the Star
take
Trek
those
fan
than some
base.
Screen Rant's headlines.
Oh yeah.
Like
stopped reading them.
Joaquin Phoenix Joker movie might kill the MCU.
Screen Rant's headlines are the I fucking love science headlines. It's the same.
I don't know. Recently, they look a lot more like Vice headlines to me.
It's all the fucking same.
Hey, Thomas loves Vice.
You've just summed Kevin.
That was really close.
I mean, that's also like the only GTA he'll play.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, San Andreas.
Yeah,
yeah,
the city because it's a city full of ice.
yes.
You could just go around murdering the Vice.
Yeah.
So you know that you mentioned reboots earlier, Marcus.
I recall. Yes.
They are rebooting the Shrek franchise
Why?
with the same actors, apparently.
Why?
What?
Then why is it a reboot?
How is it then a what?
That's not a reboot.
That's just making more Shrek movies.
That's just a band like 20 years later.
Markus on reboots 2018.
That's just making more Shrek movies.
yeah.
That's
on
just
the
a band
show.
re-recording their early albums like 20 years later.
Yeah.
Absolutely no reason.
Yeah, thanks, Manowar.
It's like fucking like Rolling Stones and their farewell tours that have happened 17 times.
Black Sabbath's last tour, Forever We Promise.
Yeah.
Or this final battle tour that Manowar has been on for the past 3 years now.
And just
It's a long
announced a new
battle.
album and tour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The final battle. The finally.
Part 2. This time
Well,
we're
I
not
guess
joking.
they gotta help like Carl Logan out with these like legal bills, I guess.
I am not touching that with a 10-foot pole.
So really, just a straight reboot with the same actors.
Apparently with the same actors, but yeah, they're rebooting that. They're saying the Shrek franchise because it includes Puss in Boots, and they might be eyeing to reboot the Puss in Boots movie
The
too.
expanded universe.
Yeah, the expanded
Yeah.
Shrek universe.
There's a lot of untapped potential there. I think.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Can I get a Lord Farquaad prequel trilogy, please?
We need that.
Sheesh.
I mean, because I just don't understand his character. I need at least 3 movies to explain to me why he's such an important
preferably
villain.
the last of the 3 split it into 2.
Yeah, got to do that. It's got to be a trilogy / quadrilogy.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's just
People that
weird.
make quadrilogies are just the devil.
What about duologies? Is that a thing?
Yes, if a movie only gets 1 sequel, it's technically a
No, but I mean,
duology.
is that a word?
Yes,
Yes.
duology is a word.
Nice.
You worded, Jason. Good job.
Figured out a word using context and language skills.
Now, if only you figured out that soloology isn't a word.
Oh.
Hey,
Or is it solology?
we can't win every battle. In my experience, you can't win any.
So would 3 movies be a triology?
Yes.
Trigology.
A triple
Trigology.
uniology. A triple uniology.
Oh, that's the one.
Because 3 of 1s
Yeah.
makes like a number.
Yes. But what if it's 0.3 or 30? I'm just trying to cover the Jason math bases.
Jason's in charge.
I mean, we gotta tick off those bingo boxes.
Oh man.
People
So
are
I get,
like,
oh, there you go!
Like
That's perfectly on cue.
Like that classic breakout Zack Snyder film Point 3.
When did he ever make a movie called 30?
Wait, aren't you confusing it with 3000?
AD?
300,000. We may only be 30 million Spartans.
You
But
get
we
to Sparta when you kill all 3 billion of us.
We'll definitely defeat these 10 Persians. The movie was really weird.
It's a little imbalanced.
They just absolutely crushed the Persians, but they were still being framed as the hero.
It's just these 10 Persians while like 5-6 Spartans on each one, just kicking them repeatedly as they're on the ground.
Xerxes like, no, stop, guys.
Taking his lunch money.
Guys, we just lost. We're just looking for directions.
The Aegean's really big.
We just wanted to put up some gold curtain rods and nice curtains.
Come on.
I think.
Doubt that.
Mowgli.
Oh, there's a new trailer apparently.
Yeah.
There's a new trailer, a new title, and a limited cinematic release.
I can't
Meaning
wait
they
to
might
see
be like putting its name in there, like, hey, we qualify for Oscars.
the Oscars for the most horrific
No,
special
it's
effects.
no. You know what? I'm pretty sure that limited theatrical release was just part of the purchase deal that Netflix made with Warner
Yeah,
Brothers.
there's probably a licensing thing saying
Yeah.
you've recorded this for cinema. It has to show
Show
at
in
least
cinema.
once
It is.
on cinema.
Well, it's a week between cinematic release and Netflix.
Man,
Yeah,
I
that's
could-
just what
like-
an absolute shit show.
I really want to see it just to look
Yeah.
at the fucking horrific
Uncanny.
melted
No,
plastic
I'll never
uncanny.
fucking sleep again.
I know. I want that nightmare fuel. I want Andy Serkis's face. The Andy Serkis face, homunculus, fucking panther speaking to me in a British accent. I want it,
I can't believe how bad it looks.
and I can't believe it. It's with him. It's with Andy Serkis. Like,
Yeah, so
how-
the mocap's gonna be amazing.
yeah.
No, the mocap looks like shit.
No, the mocap itself is amazing. It's the animation they put on top of the mocap that looks like shit.
No,
So
it's part of the whole process.
the motion acting. What do you motion acting? What do you call it?
Motion
acting.
conversion.
Just acting.
Yeah, the
Just
acting.
Well, how can you tell?
Well, you see, I got a pre-release cut from Netflix because they pay me.
Oh, nice. Everyone's still like got the dots on their faces.
Yeah, exactly. And it looks phenomenal. Way better than the trailers are selling.
Oscar
it.
just, and they were all in animal costumes. So I
Yeah.
don't know why they don't just release
It's like
it
2001:
that.
A Space Odyssey
Yeah.
again,
Yeah.
but better.
It was great. I mean, Andy Serkis
'Cause it's
in that
darker.
like tiger suit or panther suit, I can't really remember. It just looks fantastic. I mean, he goes on all fours and he goes full Benedict Cumberbatch as Smaug with it. It's great.
The
200,100 Space Odyssey.
the faces of the animals remind me of like children's drawings of animals when they don't understand what
Or like
proportions
medieval
are.
paintings.
Yeah, exactly. So they just draw a human face. It's
Yeah.
just a fucking human face on an animal body.
Oh.
That's it.
Yeah.
Because they don't understand. Just
It's disgusting homunculi kids.
exactly. Children are monsters.
They are.
The title, by the way, is Legend of the Jungle.
Wasn't it the Legend of Mowgli?
No, Mowgli, Legend of the Jungle.
Oh,
That is the
Oh, as
title.
in Mowgli is the. I just wanted to say, like, Legend of the Jungle is like, once there was a thing called a jungle.
Once there were a
Gather
lot-
round, children. Let me tell you of a great gathering of trees.
Here there sits but one tree.
'tis not a jungle.
Imagine
Long ago,
not
however,
two.
there were
three.
many.
But barely a copse.
But grandfather, what are trees?
There you go, Oscar like Dion asks a question. What amps are trees?
Oh, but Dion's what? But Grandpa's Dion's what amps trees?
No.
Good answer.
Yeah. You probably find them in those things they used to have. What are they called? Jungle.
I thought you were just going to describe open world games.
Skyrim.
Just when you're playing a driving game, they're like light posts but indestructible.
Yeah.
What amps trees? It's like the open world game. Todd Howard just kicks the door in. You guys pre-order the new Skyrim yet?
Oh god.
Love you, God Howard.
God Howard.
Yes,
Yeah.
you heard me.
Yeah, God Howard. Hey,
I mean,
speaking of God Howard.
No,
I mean, like,
don't want to
real-
associate
real-
this next story.
Like real world God gave us reality TV. God Howard gives us Fallout 76. Like,
Yeah.
it can't be perfect.
No,
Yeah.
it can't have a patch bigger than the game. On day one.
You see, like, I swear they just padded it. They're just like, okay, let's just throw some
throw some DLC in there too.
yeah, let's just throw some like absolutely random game files in there. Like, let's just have a bunch of uncompressed textures for no reason.
Just put in 8K textures, even though the machine can't even render them.
Yeah, one is just a 4K image that just says big. With each letter on a different image.
Yeah.
Okay, our engine can't render shadows indoors in 2018.
Yeah.
And people are still gonna buy this.
We haven't hired QA in 8 years.
That's what our community's for.
Beta testers.
To test unpaid QA.
So on to other assholes. Zack Snyder has addressed a quote-unquote plot hole in Batman v Superman because it seems he's still speaking about that movie.
Oh, what?
Well, what else is he gonna speak about?
His music video career?
At
The Snyder Cut of Justice League.
his upcoming movie, The Fountainhead.
No one would understand that. He's too smart and brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's a misunderstood genius. If only there was a movie about someone like him.
yeah.
Nah, it'll never happen. That's too far-fetched.
Okay, yeah, so what did he say about the one plot hole?
The one,
The single solitary
well,
thing.
the single plot hole is like, why didn't Superman use his hearing to find his own mom?
Yeah.
So Zack Snyder said there's actually a scene that they filmed on green screen where he flies up and listens to try and zoom in on his mom's cries, and he hears all the cries of all the people in Metropolis, and it makes him sad.
If only he'd
So
heard
he's like,
those when he
look,
was...
if I try and listen to find my mom, I'm going to listen and find all these other people, and if I'm not saving her, I'm not saving them. Fuck them. Because that's Snyder Man.
quintessential Superman.
Yeah.
If only he were listening to the cries of Metropolis while he was demolishing all the buildings. Sorry, I can't hear you. Too busy killing my arch nemesis.
He threatened to... Sorry you're dying, but he threatened to kill you.
I have to kill you first. Building.
It's a mercy killing.
Remember, if you turn up the audio mix at the end of Superman, you can hear the screams of the people in Metropolis.
Yeah. So it's not like he thought, okay, I can do that, and then have Superman, because he's selfless, saving these other people on the way to save his mom, because he's prioritizing them as well.
Which would be amazing and tense, and
Yes, and the stakes
actual
would be real.
Yeah, it'd be
I
pretty
believe that
amazing.
device is called a ticking clock.
Isn't that just generally what all clocks do, especially wristwatches?
Can confirm. More visual gag.
Yeah!
That's why you come to the CineBeards.
No, but yeah, that would have been an
been
interesting,
great.
tense, like scene. Like, will he make it? Won't he make
And
it?
it's a fantastic characterization of Superman.
Yeah.
But nah, fuck it.
I've got the actual quote from him here.
Oh, no.
Oh.
It is a green screen shot. He flies up above the city and hovers. The camera begins to rotate around him as he hears the
course it
cries of citywide crime going on. And as we get closer, he is in pain, because he knows if he tries to find her this way, he will have to ignore the countless crimes going on in the two cities and the world.
So he's going to just ignore them anyway, while not...
Yeah, he's just gonna ignore them anyway and fight a
And he's
billionaire
ignored them
with
his
his
whole
fist.
life?
He's also gonna ignore his mom!
Yeah. Like, fuck you, man. I'm not gonna save you. I'm gonna punch the Batman.
Because in the cut, he doesn't save his mom. Batman saves his mom.
Yeah.
So it's
It's not like
pointless.
he even finds her and flies her that way. He just hears them in this cut of the movie.
And then ignores
And then he's
them.
like, oh no, I have to hear all these cries. No.
Oh, that sounds like a lot of work.
Sorry, Mom, I don't want to hear sad people today. I'm dealing with my own shit.
No, but remember, his dad did tell him in the first movie that
Kill
maybe you
them
should
all.
just let people
No,
die.
the quote was "kill them all, Clark."
All right.
I think no.
Yeah, kill them all. I'm gonna be in this tornado. Kill them all.
Yeah.
This is metal as
I'm transcending!
Fucking kill that school bus of children.
Fucking murder them.
Let them all drown.
Drown in their hatred.
Jesus. Snyder.
Should I have let them die, Dad? Well, you know.
I'm not gonna say you shouldn't kill them.
I'm not gonna say their lives are meaningless compared to yours.
I'm not gonna say you're a transcendent super being with no ties to this world or morality to save it, but...
I mean, Clark, would you have saved a bottle cap full of ants?
Yeah. I like how you brought in Watchmen there. That's nice. That was nice.
Fucking Zack Snyder.
He's just totally taking the wind out of my sails. Like that is just so. That is just like. What, did he not think like midway through his sentence like, wait,
We could do it, cause that's what Superman.
or just like this is really dumb reasoning. This
When
is unbelievable.
When you've doubled down on your double down, the only place left for you is to double down again.
Yeah.
Is that how Neil Breen made that movie?
That's correct, Jason. That's exactly how Neil Breen made that movie.
Have you watched it yet? Is it out yet?
No.
Oh no,
Twisted
not the
Pair.
new, not the new, the first Neil Breen.
First Neil Breen is Double Down. That's
Oh,
where
okay.
he goes to Las Vegas and saves the universe.
By
wa-
killing all 6 evil people in the world.
He won
Nice.
many various awards for
All
bravery.
6 of them.
Yeah.
Wow.
He puts them on crosses too.
Oh wow. Yeah, symbolism.
Yeah, but the thing is,
No,
like,
it's symbology.
There's like evil. There's an evil priest and an evil businessman, and they all meet at a gangbangers residence on the streets of
They're in
LA.
the
Just in the
street
street
gang.
watching people break dance, because that's what evil people do.
Their movies are wild.
Wait,
When
wait,
does
I
this
think-
new one come out?
It's out right now in cinemas. It's having a limited cinema release in the States. I have messaged Mr. Breen and he did reply.
Oh really?
And he's,
Well, I mean, you are one of his biggest producers. Of course he'd reply.
It's true. He said, unfortunately, it's not going to be coming here to South Africa for a limited cinema release, even though I told him about the lobbyer. But it will be out on Blu-ray by the end of the year.
It would have been so cool, like
We gotta get him as a guest!
It would have been so great, like the 4 of us being the only people in the lobby.
Are you
watching the
mad?
movie.
I could get a crowd.
Yeah.
I would get a fucking crowd.
Yeah,
We
there's
are
at
a
least
crowd.
3 other
And
people we could
are
get.
out. We're all here at our favorite event. I don't know the lyrics.
That's pretty good.
I
though.
thought you were a Queen fan. We will rock you, Dion.
That's actually in there's a commentary version of that Lonely Island album, and that is literally what Andy Samberg says. He says like, "This is the new We Will Rock You" for that song. I'm not even joking.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Oh, that's amazing.
I love you, Neil Breen. Please send me your movies.
Seeing as we did just touch on the Queen stuff there, Dion, tell us about the critical reception of Bohemian Rhapsody, the movie.
Which is different from Bohemian Rhapsody, the song. I should stress this.
Yes.
Just in case.
Middling, but it's like done super well at the box office. Like it's
It's carrying on Rami Malek's star power and the fact
in
that it's a
fairness,
Queen movie.
Well,
It's a
Rami
Queen movie.
Malek's a TV star though.
Yeah, but he's a good actor.
Yeah, no, I know, but what I'm saying is it
like
I
major
sincerely
box
doubt
office.
he's the biggest like draw.
No, the fact that it's Queen is probably the biggest.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I'm super surprised. Everyone seems like, even the studio, I think it like tripled or quadrupled their estimates. Like,
Jesus.
it absolutely just crushed expectations.
So more good news for biopics then.
Well, it's because the critics didn't really like it.
and
They
it was
liked
all
The
about
Last
the
Jedi,
fact.
so this is just gonna be amazing.
Well, yeah, no, if you look at the Metacritic user score, it's up at like 83, 84.
Really?
This is
Yeah.
Last Jedi
Yeah.
Gate.
That's like, twice as high as the critic score, at least.
I think the critic score is I think it's
That just sounds like
60
Venom
something.
again. Is this just a sequel to Venom?
Critic score is 49.
On
User score,
Metacritic.
yeah. User score is 83.
Bloody
Somebody
hell.
should really do like a podcast or something about how shit user
Yes.
scores are.
Jason, we already did that. Jesus Christ. Fuck. Didn't you listen to our podcast?
I
I only listened to what Robo Marcus said.
Yeah.
But then I was told he was evil.
Yeah.
Pure
well,
evil.
He demonstrated that he was evil.
But the thing is, who's the one that told you he was evil?
God.
God doesn't talk to your people.
Yeah, dude, like he's way too busy pushing Fallout 76 at the moment.
Full release schedule, man.
Yeah.
But it's exactly what you feared though, apparently.
Yeah.
Where
Yep.
it's like completely untruthful and also just middle of the road.
Like
Just buy the numbers.
I'm actually super keen for the concert. They look so good. Like the recreation of Live Aid.
So you want a supercut of just the concerts?
I just want a supercut of the concerts because it looks so good. Or maybe here is a staggering idea.
All right, hit me.
They could just like all the concerts that they have in the archives that they've given us like little HD snippets of over the years. They could just fucking release those instead of just re-releasing Wembley every few years.
Would you say they could release those, but in between stitch together archival interviews, maybe form some sort of a music documentary? Think that would work?
I'm not sure if you're fucking with me now.
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay, because they
They did do it.
Yeah, they actually
so-
did that with the one Blu-ray, and it's just fucking annoying. It's fucking unbelievably annoying. It's like, oh, cool. No, but you know what they did is they literally would it would go to a guitar solo, and then during the guitar solo.
Oh, jeez. No, I mean, performance
I'm not even
interviews,
kidding. Like,
performance
it's the first time I've ever wanted to refund a Blu-ray because it's just I'm busy into this fucking song, and then it goes to guitar. Like they did that with they did it very little with the Queen one. They mostly did it between songs. But there's a Black Sabbath, the reunion DVD, I think, of the shows from the 90s.
Yeah.
Where it would literally be like Ozzy sings, and then it goes to Tony's guitar solo, and then people start talking.
No,
And then, the
jeez.
Yeah, I
interview-
remember that.
No, I mean song end, fade out, interview
that's
start.
fine. Yeah.
No, they would with that one. It was literally Tony Iommi starting his solo, and it would cut to Tony Iommi talking about the solo instead of just showing us the fucking solo.
Does it just cut to him and he's like, basically, I was like, and then after that,
Fiddly. Yeah,
It was
really great. Like,
basically
you really
that
you have to see it and hear
You
it
had
to
to be
believe
there.
it.
You had to be there.
Yeah, you have to be there because we're not gonna fucking show you. Yeah, it would be great, but yeah, so I will watch it. I will. I'll be a big boy. I'll take a double dose of my anxiety medication. I'll just go watch it.
Do it.
I'll be a big boy.
oh, so Junkie XL has confirmed that he is doing the score for Attila the Battle Hun.
Oh, nice.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Sweet deal.
That's a great title, by the way. That's pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
I just
good
came up
job.
with it now.
Good job, Jason.
Completely original Jason joke.
Did take me 2 seconds to remember
Yeah.
what you were talking about.
I was like, they're making
2
an
seconds,
Attila the Hun
wait,
movie.
wait,
It's gonna be
right.
a disaster.
Right. He's talking about the Robert Rodriguez film.
Elita Battle Angel.
Yes.
Which looks super cool.
Which
Yeah.
is an inferior title to the one I just gave.
It
so
is,
yeah.
but you know.
Do
Yeah,
with
like,
that what you will.
The first Battle Angel was a total pleb, like a total casual. So now they've got Elita 1.
Yeah. She's solely.
What a
Is that
hacksaw.
spelled with
Hacksaw.
numbers?
Yeah,
Of
all
course.
numbers.
Guess you can't read it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you read right to left.
Yes. Ooh.
I just can't see numbers.
You can, but because you're looking at them from the wrong direction, they make no sense.
It's just gobbledygook.
You're like Russell Crowe in that one movie.
Gladiator.
Yeah.
Well, you mean the sequel that's in the works?
Yes, Gladiator 2, the Gladiator
Oh,
Ring.
yes! The sequel that's in the works
Wow.
right now.
Is this gonna be? Are you still not entertained?
No, well, is it the original draft for the sequel? You guys know about that, right?
No.
No.
Okay, so fuck. The original draft, like right after the massive commercial success that was
Yeah.
Gladiator, the studio was like, "Fucking make another one," and so I don't know if it was really Scott that wrote it or he hired a screenwriter, but the original draft for Gladiator 2 was that Russell Crowe's character becomes immortal and time skips through history through all the great battles. And
Like
it
Blackadder, the New Year's special.
Yes, and it ends with him working at the Pentagon being the Secretary of Defense.
You're fucking joking.
And Russell
Please can they recast him as Gerard Butler and
Russell
then do that?
Russell Crowe loved it. Like he was in. He was signed on to be a producer. And it was getting ready to be greenlit, and then this I think it
And
was
then they took the draft to the studio.
Actually, apparently, the word is that Ridley Scott pulled out. So he may have inadvertently saved or cursed us. We are living in the darkest
I think
timeline,
what,
so
what
maybe
probably happened is he got really sick of he was in the writer's room. He was sitting there with Russell Crowe, and Russell Crowe was having such a great time. But then Russell Crowe kept saying kept picking up the sheet of paper and going, "Is there a draft in here?" And then ooh, I'm a little chilly. And eventually Ridley Scott just got so fucking sick of it. He's nah, I'm out.
But yeah, so that was
Is there a draft in here?
that was the original plan for Gladiator 2.
Making movies, making songs.
Fighting around the world. But that actually sounds like a cool movie. Too bad they ruined it as the opening credit sequence for that Wolverine Origins movie.
Can you imagine being poor Hugh Jackman and having to spend that much time in the gym for so many turkeys?
Yeah.
Just like X-Men Origins, yeah, okay, cool. I've lived on nothing but egg whites for the last 6 months. Let's fucking do this.
Yeah.
And then it comes out, it's like, okay, I'm gonna go eat some fucking bread now.
Yeah.
No, you can't. You have to keep doing this forever.
Thank God they killed me.
And then in the one that was actually good, First Class, he's in there for 2 seconds and say, "Fuck off."
Yeah.
He's like, "Yes, nailed it." Kisses his bicep.
Critical acclaim.
Good thing this is a cheat day.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that wasn't actually properly set up. They just went to Hugh Jackman in a bar. He was just there.
Found him. Quick,
Go, guerrilla filmmaking style. He was just like, fuck off.
PA puts a release under the receipt for his credit card. Yes, got it.
Yeah.
So what else is news? Justin?
What else is new? Justin?
Who?
Jason?
Who?
Justin Roiland?
Oh yeah, there's all those announcements that Disney made about Disney Plus, their streaming service.
Yes. All of their various many announcements.
Yeah, what's it? What I really like is that they're taking Star Wars and they really just the full potential of that galaxy worth of generations of stories and everything. I'm really glad that they're just sticking to the same 30-year period.
Yeah, because
indefinitely.
otherwise people would get confused.
Yeah.
If they do it any earlier, how are they going to have cameos?
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's for the fans, Dion.
So yeah,
not critics like you.
they've got what's his name, Diego
Luna.
Luna, yeah, he's gonna reprise his role from Rogue One.
Cassian Andor.
Although it is,
Which is cool.
It's 100% disappointing that you're right that they're just sticking to the same time period, but a spy story.
Yeah, no,
is
for
cool.
sure.
And
Yeah.
the morally grey aspect of that character was a cool thing, and I hope we get to explore why.
Do you know
he
what's
is that
cooler
way.
than that?
Tell me.
An evil fucking space wizard with a red laser
You're
sword.
fucking right.
No, you're fucking wrong.
I would like a Jyn Erso prequel series, but that's just me.
I don't know.
That's an
the laser sword.
agenda.
Huh?
You pushing an agenda right now?
Well, as long as she has purple hair.
Eh.
Yeah, and she's bigger than the men on the poster.
Take that.
Take that, penises.
Ooh. One thing that would be interesting that they could still use, they could use the same actors, but because they throughout the entire extended universe mythology, right? They could just do an Old Republic series or movie,
I think
and have some of those actors play their own ancestors.
Ooh, I like that.
That's not bad.
That's really good. I think Old Republic is probably where Ryan Johnson's gonna take his.
I would hope so, because I don't know.
Imagine he's like, all right, cool. My movie trilogy is gonna be set between Empire
Rogue
Strikes
One?
Back and Return of the Jedi.
No, that was a very, very, very hectic 2 weeks.
Yes. Then we're gonna need at least three.
It's gonna be like a
films.
season of 24. It's just gonna be real time.
All right, cool. This is gonna be in the 18 minutes.
Between the start
We're gonna see.
of the bombing run on the Death Star and the end.
Yeah, and we're just gonna see it from the perspective of every person that was on the Death Star.
Yeah.
It's just one guy in one of the boxes just going, ooh.
Someone looking at schematics going,
It's all just like asleep for 15 minutes.
It's like being John Malkovich with Stormtroopers.
And then like it cuts back to him. The guy like opens his eyes and he's like, "I need to pee." And like shuffles over in his slippers to the bathroom.
But I can't wait. I can't wait for the one where they cut to a couple of stormtroopers having a smoke break.
Yeah.
One of the secretaries just tapping papers and stapling them.
Man, I hope these programs.
And they've got an office manager like, yeah, so we need you to fill out those TPS reports.
Jared, can you get me Mr. Vader's schedule for tomorrow?
It's Cindy. Has the insurance for the Death Star kicked in? No. That's next Monday. Next Monday, first thing the insurance kicks in. But I mean, what's gonna happen? And that's just
What could
Disney. And that's just
possibly go
Disney
wrong?
shoehorning some of that Marvel humor into Star Wars.
Yeah. Yeah,
They're
because
just taken over.
yeah, because like the original Star Wars was so dark and gritty and had absolutely zero humor.
Yep.
No hijinks or
No.
slapstick.
I mean, that's why they literally had Satan in the Mos Eisley Cantina
No, what
to
you
show how
talking about?
serious it was.
Yeah. I mean,
that
it's
was
nothing-
serious Satan, not
Yeah.
joke Satan.
No, that was serious Satan. That wasn't what?
It wasn't
his name?
Satine.
No, it wasn't Satine or like Tim Curry's Devil from
Oh, it's-
Legend.
Yeah.
It was like a real Satan.
Dressed all in red, like giving presents to kids and shit.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. He even had the sharp teeth, you know. Mouthful of sharp
For the
teeth.
children.
For the children. It's so he can open their presents more effectively.
Another one of the things they announced was the Loki thingy. They confirmed.
Loki.
And it's with Tom Hiddleston.
With
Yeah,
Tom
which
Hiddleston.
is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
What, so are they doing like a... Because I haven't caught up on any of this. I've been
Yeah.
busy, so they're doing like a limited series featuring...
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think it's
Oh,
going to
and
be
there's-
limited.
and
I think
there's-
they're going to just beat that character.
No,
into the
I'm pretty
ground.
sure.
I think it's only 6
I know
eps.
there's also one with Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah, buddy
yeah,
comedy.
but there isn't word yet on if they're using the same actors.
Okay, well, a Falcon and Winter Soldier buddy comedy I would love to see.
Yeah.
Just from those two scenes in the Beetle in Civil War.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's just perfect. But yeah,
I hate
Loki,
you.
like in the comics, there are lots of very interesting storylines concerning Loki, like without Thor.
Yeah.
So there is a lot of material for them to pull from to create interesting stories around that character.
It's amazing how like my perspective has shifted though, because originally it was like, oh, you know, like this movie's a drag, Loki's the only cool thing in it, and now like as of Thor
Fuck
Ragnarok,
Loki.
like it's changed 180 degree where it's like, okay, cool, you know, Loki can die off, he's kind of boring now, like
Yeah.
he's totally run his course.
Yes.
Thor is suddenly awesome. It's like, oh well, let's give you a whole series of Loki.
Yeah.
It's not a bad idea
No,
because
not
I mean,
at all. And it's
just an idea I'm fairly indifferent
because I think
Yeah.
because I think Tom Hiddleston like
likes money.
he likes money and I
And he's
think
got a lot to give.
He's not big enough that he's unaffordable.
Yeah.
Yes.
But he is big enough to be a big draw, so he's sort
Yeah.
of in that sweet spot. I
He's
think.
not a Hollywood Chris yet.
Yeah.
He hasn't transformed into Chris Hiddleston.
Christum.
When you said Hollywood Chris there, I just imagined our Chris, but like dressed up
With
as
big money.
Fuck, what's his name?
BoJack Horseman.
Johnny Cage.
Johnny Cage. Just money. Knuckle dusters.
And he just starts calling himself Hollywood Chris.
But does he have Hollywood Chris tattooed across his chest?
Is he like
he's
Mr.
got
Is he like?
damage.
Is he like? I was gonna say, is he like Mr. Cool Ice?
Yeah.
I love Mr. Cool Ice.
Fucking hell. Okay, I think that's actually all of it.
Yeah.
Is there? There must be something more.
Alec Baldwin beat a guy up for stealing his parking.
Yay!
What?
Alec Baldwin.
Yeah,
Like,
he
punched the
he
dude.
got arrested for assault.
That's fine.
Why would you?
You know, it's Alec Baldwin. It's like, as long as he's just not hitting someone in his family, it's like, just leave him to it.
Wow.
Well, you're right, but like, really,
Oh,
for parking.
Well, I mean, you can imagine. Like,
Yeah.
Well, you can't because you don't drive.
No.
But,
There is one thing I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
I don't know if Robo Marcus stole the thunder already, but that
Maybe.
that in production Breaking Bad movie that's happening.
Breaking Bad
Markus did not
movie.
steal the thunder on that.
Okay, yeah, basically what's happening is apparently Vince Gilligan is on board, and they are writing like a Breaking Bad movie which continues and follows Jesse after the events of the series
No
finale.
spoilers, I haven't finished it.
I'm not spoiling it. It just follows the
No,
one.
I'm just warning
Yeah,
you.
no. Okay, it's just following the one main character from that series for a short time after the events of
That
the
series.
finale of that series, which could be interesting. But I also kind of feel it's, without spoilers to Dion, it's unnecessary because that series wrapped up pretty neatly.
But money.
Yeah, money.
But
money,
also
money.
money.
Ooh, I channeled my inner Graham there.
Money, and also the last like 2 or 3 movies that what's the cat? Aaron
Paul.
Yeah, he's been in have been fucking garbage fires. So
Aaron Paul
That's
should
true,
just
but
play
he's getting
Eddie
net-
Dean
but
He
in a-
was in
in
Need
a-
for Speed.
Yeah, but he
just play
doesn't.
Eddie Dean in a proper Dark Tower movie.
Yeah, but
Sorry,
he-
I mean they've never made a Dark Tower
I
movie.
was gonna say, you mean the second Doctor?
No. The Dark Tower movie that.
Do you
there
know
isn't
what would
one
be
yet.
ridiculous? If they try to cast Matthew McConaughey as the Man in Black.
That would be insane.
wow.
That would be pretty
That,
cool.
that would be a
actually.
stunt casting, like, to be sure. That'd be like having Idris Elba be the gunslinger or something.
No, that would just be ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's too
I think
much.
Matthew McConaughey actually is a good casting choice for the Man in Black. In theory, although I think Woody Harrelson's probably better.
Don't worry, he's Carnage now.
And he is basically the Man in Black anyway in fucking Westworld, so it's okay.
Yeah.
It's alright.
Wait, Woody Harrelson is in Westworld?
Yes.
He's in the secret deleted scenes.
Woody Harrelson, the man in the Man in the Black hat.
Black Duster
Oh!
Yeah.
There we go.
You're
You
confusing
mean
him.
Woody Harris?
No.
Cat. The Yul Brynner analog to trick people in the first season.
Yeah, you obviously didn't get any of the subtext from that movie. Or that series. Idiot.
Just don't watch season 2. It's fine.
Yeah.
I
I'm glad
watched
they
the
got,
first- I
I'm
watched
at
the
least
first
glad they
episode
got
of season
Sean
2.
Connery as the dude that runs the whole park.
park.
Like, he was super good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, another thing. This is just funny. I just want to get some hot takes.
Yeah.
You know, I saw this morning. So, the Satanic Temple is suing Netflix
Oh yes, for Sabrina.
For Sabrina.
because of
So
because
why
they.
isn't the Catholic Church sued every movie that uses a crucifix?
Yeah.
I mean, they could.
Is it a license?
In fairness, though, I think Netflix should sue themselves for Sabrina. Martina
Is it
actually,
bad?
she actually watched it recently, and like, she's pretty much on board with almost anything. Like, because she'll sort of put it on the background while working and stuff, and she just says it's hot,
Just objectionable.
garbage. And it's just like apparently there's like a council of women, like these sort of these witches or whatever.
The witch coven
And then
or
like they
whatever.
managed to make the word Wiccan into an acronym. I don't know what
That
it
is-
is.
that is
Like,
the
I
craft
heard it.
level of
she
trash.
got
Yeah.
through. She got like 3 words into it, and I just told her to shut up. It was like woman intersectional
community.
Yeah, like that.
Are they Ed Boon that they spelled community of the gay?
Yes! In the Ed Boon basement.
K.
Yeah, because it's
But to be
UK.
fair, at least the craft
Didn't
is
you
still
say for the
enjoyable
fourth
hot
letter?
trash,
Wiccan doesn't have a K, does it?
and it's on Netflix.
I don't know how Wiccan's spelled.
I think it's 2 C's.
It's 2
Oh.
C's.
Oh, okay.
Well, no, it's 2 Ks.
Anyway,
Definitely
yeah,
Ed
definitely.
Boon.
But anyway, it's that kind of thing. Like I just watched.
thought it was
I sort
3Ks.
of coming in and out. I watched bits of it, and it is just hot shit. It is like it's one of those things where you just watch it, and you're like, this is utter fuck. There was one part where I walked in,
It's last night
and it's
stuff.
like, think about the 3 most cliched horror scares.
And they're all in there.
What the 3 are? It's the person in the bathroom who has
Wipe
like
the mirror.
there's the mirror, then they open it, the cover, and
they
they
close
close it, and there's a thing behind
Right.
them. There's the other one, which is like the lower or the high angle shot where the person's opening the fridge, and
Yeah.
the fridge door covers the background,
Yep.
and then close it. And there was a third one, which is also like
Look
just,
away, look back.
yeah, that kind of thing, like look over and then like look back kind of thing.
Don't forget the classic, the mirror is a bit ajar, and then you push it back, and then the murderer is behind.
That's the bathroom.
The mirror is behind you. You're close. Oh, this is spooky
I'm in a hole of infinite
Where did it come from?
Oh, spooky mirror!
You close the demon and you see a mirror in it.
It did all 3 of those.
Wasn't that Kiefer Sutherland movie?
Literally
so.
in the space of 30 seconds. It was like a supercut of like those 3. I
Skip,
walked
skip,
in
skip.
and it's like the one person's, in their bedroom, and they look away, they look back, spooky thing. Cut to the person in the bathroom, like doing the thing. Cut to the person by the fridge doing the thing. And then it's like a demon there that like just looks like really shit makeup, and they're like, we will eat your soul.
I'll tear
because you
your
are
soul
weak."
apart.
And it's just like, dude, it's fucking hot garbage.
Hooray!
So yeah, why are they suing them aside from the quality of the show?
Because of they believe that I believe it's in some kind of witches' academy, there's a statue of Baphomet,
Alright.
which looks very similar to the one that the Temple of Satan built for that installation they did a couple of years back, remember?
I remember. I was
And
at
now
the
they're
courthouse.
suing them for copyright infringement.
But you can't.
And,
That's not
and slander because they are associating Baphomet with evil, and that isn't just not cricket.
No. It's blasphemy.
Yeah.
I can't even
Markus,
begin.
expert on things that aren't cricket. Just going around like, it's not cricket. It's like,
I just can't even begin to unpack the ludicrousness of that.
Honestly,
It's a publicity stunt.
He's
Yeah.
suing for blasphemy. The Satanic Church is suing for blasphemy.
it's not cricket.
Fuck
in
off.
fairness, they do a lot of stuff like this where they'll do actual like relief efforts.
Yes.
And like they'll take in like refugees, or they help people that have sort of been displaced after floods and stuff, and they'll very clearly like sort of show like, this is our response, like these are the sort of the relief aid, this is our like fundraiser, like
Yeah, they
here's a
give them
mega
food and
church,
books.
which is basically like throwing out dirty people. So like they're really good with their publicity stunts.
Yeah, this is definitely another publicity stunt.
Yeah, their PR department is amazing, but also that Sabrina show is shit. They should sue.
They should. This is basically slander.
Shit. Garbage.
One thing that does look good though. Sorry, I'm just trying to make up for the past 2 weeks when I wasn't here when I was.
You were here.
You were
No,
here.
that was Robo Marcus, remember?
Shit, yeah.
We built it so
Barely even
lifelike.
told the difference.
Right? I know, he was a very good copy. But anyway, last thing I just wanted to briefly touch on is, even though anime is a mistake, documented, fact,
Yeah, absolutely
Absolutely.
scientific.
that
Neil
new
deGrasse Tyson did a whole thing about it.
You did.
the new trailer for the Dragon Ball Super movie featuring Broly.
Dude, I'm so hyped for Broly.
Oh.
Broly was like my favorite
Yeah.
villain.
I mean, the animation looks spectacular. I mean, it's the best it's ever looked.
Outstanding.
And yeah, the new trailer is just all action shots. It's great. It looks like a hell of a lot of fun for Dragon Ball
To
fans.
quote a very wise man who was quoting another very wise man, anime was a mistake.
It's
Well,
true.
okay,
Yeah,
okay,
I did say
okay.
that.
Can I counter that by quoting a wise man who was quoting another wise man who was in turn quoting a wise man?
Mm-hmm.
Anime was a mistake.
I'm
Actually,
gonna,
it feels like I've
I'm
just
gonna split
reinforced
the
your
difference.
point.
I'm gonna split the difference between their points and just
Yeah.
kind of say, anime was a mistake.
I think that's
Okay,
a good.
but
I think
only
that's
if
actually a
I'm
good middle
allowed to
ground.
counter
This
with-
is why you're the diplomat.
Yeah. But I need
The
to counter
neutral
that
third
point,
party.
though. I do need to counter it.
What's that?
Anime was a mistake.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I think we've had a really good debate here, and I think that's a.
I think we've all come away wiser
Yeah.
and more learned.
Yeah.
Although, just also to be clear, like the English dub for this movie is coming out like a couple of weeks after the
The English dub
Japanese
for this
release.
podcast.
This is
Yes,
being
for the
recorded
Dragon
in Cantonese.
For the
break into
Dragon
that
Ball
China
movie, they're
market.
fast tracking the dub. It's already being dubbed, like so. It's being released, I think, 6 weeks after the Japanese premiere, which is interesting. Which is great for fans because they've been watching it on Crunchyroll, the series.
Look,
No, like
to
week
be
to
fair
week.
enough, there's people who get off their lazy fucking asses and learn Japanese already.
It's true. Like someone, yeah.
Jason
Yeah.
only learnt it for anime.
What a weeb.
No, I
So
thought.
you can-
I,
We actually get so many students who are like, I want to learn this so I can watch anime without the subtitles.
You should
and then
expel
they
them
realize
immediately.
that it's easier to just read subtitles than to learn a whole new language, and then they stop because they're lazy.
Jeez.
Wow.
That is
that's almost as
unbelievable.
bad as having a student who then proclaims that Venom is the greatest movie they've ever seen.
Oh no, if that happened, I'd kill myself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so would
just-
I.
Failure.
And then I would leave all my cool stuff to my good friend Jason.
Yeah, who would then split it up between his two cooler friends, Thomas and Markus.
Right. So that's
Alright, recommendations?
Recommendations. Overlord is still on IMAX at the moment, so go catch it while it's
Go
still
watch
there.
I'm gonna
Overlord.
do that alone, apparently.
I'll go watch it again.
No, I'll go watch it tomorrow while you're at work.
What a dick.
Oh, on
I'll tell
Netflix.
you.
On Netflix, we've got that Chris Pine
Yes.
Swords and Sandals movie, which is
King Man.
Scotland Kingman, which is all kinds of epic but without epic. So I don't know.
So bad.
Yeah, pretty bad apparently.
So go watch it.
Go watch it.
Mine is
I mean, it's either that or Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, and I mean,
Oh, Christ.
do you want to be disappointed or
Guns to the
physically
back of your
angered?
head.
Or you could just rewatch Daredevil season 3.
Yeah, that's
that
what I
was
was
pretty
about
That
to
was
say.
pretty good.
I was just fucking watch
That was pretty
Daredevil.
good. I mean, I love.
Haunting of
What do you
Hill
mean
House.
pretty good? It was fucking art.
That
It was
was pretty good.
amazing. It was fucking amazing.
6 takes.
Yeah, like every episode or two, it was just like, here comes the fight scene, like
Yeah.
here it fucking comes. Oh, I was so happy about that, and Vincent D'Onofrio is just amazing.
Vincent D'Onofrio is fantastic, and like I actually for the first time fully bought Matt Murdock's character.
Yeah, not just that. I think what I really liked about season 3 is they didn't have to go mystical bullshit, end of the world stuff, for the stakes to be unbelievably high.
Yeah.
And all the like that. This was the highest stakes of any fucking Marvel Netflix show.
Yeah.
Like for every single character.
Yeah.
The stakes were maxed out, and I could not.
And it
stop
couldn't have been
watching.
I didn't
more
want to strangle
grounded.
all of them
Yeah.
slowly to death either.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like in
it's such-
season 2, where I just wanted to.
I hate
smother
that
them.
season 2.
In season 2, you just wanted Punisher to show up again to kill everyone and put them out of their misery.
You just hope that he's just gonna pitch up and shoot
Yeah, and
them.
the thing is, like, this season was so good, I didn't even miss the Punisher.
Yeah,
And that is saying a lot.
Yeah,
That is
it was. Yeah, this especially like I think the first half of the season they really like explored the audio, like those scenes where he's like half deaf.
yeah.
Oh, yes. Yes.
I mean,
just-
that was great.
And that scene where Kingpin is learning about Poindexter.
Yeah,
And he's busy reading his file, so he's watching all this stuff, and you can see him like really getting to know, and then how he uses that to manipulate. Oh, so good,
It's so impressive.
classic.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, but and the other thing that I watched recently, which was really great, was Ninja Batman.
yes.
And
Which
it's
is-
over the fucking like wall, right?
It is fucking
if you
amazingly
explain to someone that final sequence and told
They
them
wouldn't
it was a
believe you.
monkey and told them it was a Batman movie, they would slap you in the face
Just
and call you a
The
liar.
fucking like the animation and the like the
That's
combination
super-
of like the 3D meshes with
Yeah.
like the hand drawn style. It's just
It's
And
amazing.
that whole Joker
Even
sequence, that like hand painted
Yeah.
watercolor.
though,
wow,
it's
yes.
beautiful.
so yeah.
But,
like,
you know,
Makes me
again-
really, really want that Batman sideshow collectible.
yes. So yeah,
But then
like,
again, we
it
have
is.
to add the caveat that anime was a mistake, but Batman Ninja is fucking amazing.
Yeah, no, anime was a mistake.
Absolute mistake.
Yeah. Yeah.
But still, watch Batman Ninja on Netflix.
Ninja Batman.
Ninja Batman, Ninja.
Yeah,
Which is
I mean-
technically is more
Marcus,
samurai
Marcus,
Batman.
Nothing about the theater, thank you.
Yeah, please.
I haven't
just
even talked
keep
about the
going.
Marcus.
theater.
Whoa.
Get in enough. Thank you.
Alright.
Okay, so plugs.
Oh,
I mean, I guess you guys.
You can follow me on
Twitter,
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 YouTube
and
very
Tom,
often, but I don't like on
videos,
YouTube
and
stuff and
sometimes
retweet stuff, and I
Thanks.
won't spam your feed. Crabbies.
Also, I have a Twitter.
My time in the theater taught me how to fake my death. Vengeance will be mine.